Hello and welcome to The Talk. I'm Lakshmi Kauthanat. Today we're going to meet a very wonderful person, and he is an artist to begin with, but he brings in lots of elements together. The love for the leader of Oman, love for the nation, and of course technology. Let us meet, and he is none other than the person who's sitting right next to us, Muneer Masoud al Sulaimi. We are here at Sultan Qaboos University. In his office, you'll see his paintings and how he does in a short while. Welcome to The Talk, Muneer.
Thank you very much, Lakshmi, and it's a pleasure to me to meet you.
Muneer, when did this journey begin with you and art?
Actually, I started from when I was a child. I started doing some painting in walls and in everywhere. I find a chance just to paint and draw. And after that, I grew up with my paintings and I studied at the university. And I went to digital art from 2003. I started it, and I go strongly in 2006. And then I entered to 3D in 2009. So this is my story with digital art and the paintings, especially from the beginning.
But I understand, as an artist, you like to draw fantasy, in the sense that's unreal. But of course, here you're doing a portrait, and you also believe if you're doing a portrait, then a photographer can do your work. But how was this whole experience, painting the portrait of His Majesty?
His Majesty is something different. We love His Majesty, and His love is inside our hearts. So I have to paint him in my best way. Actually, I'm not a portrait artist, as you said, but in His Majesty, I have to do a beautiful art for him. Okay, and this is my message because I am skilled just to show His Majesty and show my society that His Majesty is the most important person here in Oman, and we have do our art in his.
I understand you took about 15 hours. You practiced it 4 or 5 times, even before you started, professionally attempting it. And this is all just like in a week's time, but.
Yeah, exactly. I started in Thursday. I started doing some sketches. I did it 4 times, and this is the most time I spent in one artwork. Okay, because I'm not so strong in doing some portrait. Okay, I always start with a portrait with a fantasy shape, But His Majesty, I just practiced 4 times, and after that I started the real painting. And actually, when I started the painting, I recorded the screen. So I recorded myself when I do the painting.
Okay.
So there is a pressure. Okay, there is a stress because like somebody is surrounding me and watching me while doing the painting.
True.
And for a very familiar and very popular character like His Majesty, I have to work in details. I don't have to make any mistakes, and because he's very well known,
Yes.
So any mistake can be captured very easily.
Realized, of course, recognized. But also, something that was interesting is you actually looked through a lot of his images, real photographs, and this is supposed to be a very small photo with a low resolution.
Exactly. The most challenge I faced is the reference picture I found in the internet. It was very, very low resolution, and I like the portion of him and the pose. So I try to search for another images, maybe higher, and try to capture the shape of eye and the shape of his mouth and everything. So I combined more than one picture in my mind, and then I came up with that image.
For me, what is most striking are the eyes. So did you give a lot of stress on that and emphasis?
Yeah, exactly. I spent most of the time just to enhance the eyes and give them the good look and the good shape. So I think the most attractive thing in his face is the eyes in that painting, and his smile is like
very subtle.
Yeah, exactly. So for this reason, I spent more time just to enhance the eyes and the mouth itself.
Okay. Yeah. Now, of course, when you uploaded the picture, within 2 hours, it had hits and shares, and Twitter actually said for the 2 days it was the most popular.
Yes, exactly. And actually, this has shocked me. I didn't expect this. Okay, I expected maybe 1,000 people maybe share it or something, but I realized it's much popular than that. Okay, so it's an honor for me to find something like this.
You're also a software developer, and you have actually designed softwares, but you have not launched them because you're using them to accelerate your work process, you said.
Exactly. I have been a programmer for around 10 years, and I learned programming by mistake, I can say. Yeah.
Okay.
It was a mistake just to learn a software, and I learned with that software how to do programming. And I left the programming. I just focused in art, and one time I faced very big problem, and I have to ask a technical person to solve that problem. And then I tried to remember my knowledge in programming. So I created my own software. It was very basic software. And then I started to improve myself, to develop my programming skills, and I learned around 5 programming languages. So now I create my own softwares, and I concentrate right now in 3D animation. And for this reason, I don't do portraits, paintings. Yeah, I concentrate in 3D animation right now, and I have created some animation clips. Maybe I will present them soon hopefully.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. Muneer, what is the difference between digital artwork and traditional, painting on canvas with colors, oil or water?
Yeah, this is a good question, Lakshmi. In fact, what I believe is the art is art. Traditional art is using different tools than the digital art. So it's a matter of tools. It's just a software, and then it's just normal materials. And the idea is still idea. If I have idea, it's okay if I apply it in traditional art or digital art. But in digital art, we have so many facilities can accelerate the process and can give me very beautiful result, like separating the background and the foreground and maybe the character and its hair and everything. So we have many tools to help me just to create a beautiful artwork in very fast way. I don't have to smell the
paint, oil.
Paint and oils, and it needs a place and everything. I tried the both of them, traditional and digital. So I love digital, and I will not go back to traditional.
Really?
Yeah. But even though I do some sketches, I cannot stop for doing sketches. Yeah, because I need to practice my hand just to how to make the sketches, and it must be done. Actually, also in digital art, we use a pen, a digital pen. So I don't use a mouse to paint.
Oh.
Yeah, it's a digital pen, and so the same skill exactly we use in traditional art, the same skill we need in digital art. So just different in the tool itself.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
So I hope you've enjoyed this fascinating journey of digital artwork and another option to good old canvas and paints. Well, our guest has been Muneer al Sulaimi, and I hope you've enjoyed this wonderful journey. I'm Lakshmi Karthana, thanking you for joining us on The Talk, omanobserver.om.